Well, it's November the 29th, and I just got set up here in this bow blind from the blind, and it's a perfect day to be sitting in this blind. It's probably 38 degrees and, I don't know, 20 to 35 mile-an-hour winds, maybe even gusts to 40. Probably crazy me even being out here, but it's supposed to die down a little bit towards dark, and hopefully these deer will get on their feet and get out here and feed out here in this green cover seed food plot. We've been hunting quite a bit on this food plot this year, and we've shot a few does and stuff here, but have yet to get a buck killed. Whitney did have an encounter with a deer we call Whitney's buck here probably a week ago, I guess now, just right over here where we've got a lone wolf set in a evergreen. And last night we hunted over here about 60 or 70 yards in an evergreen tree, and there was just tons of deer out here. So I'm actually by myself tonight, snuck out over here, and I'm going to try to film myself and just enjoy the evening. But mostly I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys about kind of how our season's been going. It's been quite a while since we've had an episode up, and I know we want to try to make them as live as possible, but as our season progressed and as slow as late October and early November was for us, we just decided to try to compile as much footage as we could and get a kill on the ground before we put a next episode. And Alex put a great deer down in Kansas. I put a great deer down in Kansas in the same stand, and those deer were only about 5 feet apart from each other. But as you can see at the beginning of this episode, our late October, early November was definitely slow. We had temperatures in the 70s, even close to 80 several times. Even the low temperatures weren't very good, but about middle of November, about 15th to the 23rd probably, was really, really, really good. We saw a lot of rut activity. A lot of those big bucks were coming out of lockdown around that time, and we were able to put a couple great Kansas bucks down. So this week we're going to show you Alex's kill. He broke the curse at a Kansas farm that no one had ever killed a deer with a bow. And then I went in there just a few days later and did the same. So we're going to jump in the tree with Alex and go to that hunt and see what happens.
Finally had some excitement. Had a real big 10 with a doe out in this field. And he left her for some reason. He just started running to the corner over here. He went through 66 yards, but it's too dark. And kind of got here on the edge of the timber that we're in and started grunting, or he started just kind of walking back and forth a little bit. We grunted to him, came back out a little bit. Then he kind of cut away down into the timber, so we're just gonna have to keep our eyes open. Hopefully he'll work down into the timber and come back up this draw. We'll just have to wait and see. But finally, saw a mature deer. He's a big one, dude. He's really nice. Alex, there's a big buck coming down the draw. Careful, careful, careful. Dude, they're right here. They're right here in the field. This doe's at 5 yards, man. Dude, that's a big deer. Hold on. Might be the old 8. Oh, dude, he's a giant shooter. Big deer, big deer. Okay. Yo, dude, that's that big buck we got on trail camera. He's gonna come right here, dude. Hold on, don't move, don't move. Don't move. Got him right there. Right. Right. Got him. Smoked him, dude. Back lung and liver.
That's a giant, man.
Back lung and liver right there. Don't move. Don't move.
Giant, man. We're gonna go ask Kendall if we can go get him.
Dude, can you believe it, man?
Congratulations, man. That's hard. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Cody Butler. Thank you so much. Oh, man. He's just standing right out there. He came through. I gotta calm down a little bit. There was 2 does coming right here, and we're trying not to move because there is 2 other mature bucks in this field right here. We're trying not to move and trying to figure out how we can get them close to us. Deer comes off the hill. There's a doe standing at 5 yards. He comes right here and stops at 12. I finally had to grunt twice at him to even get him to stop. He was quartering to just a little bit, but I put it right in the crease and I touched it off and just drilled him. That jackknife just cut right through him. I could see his exit bleeding good, and the entry was right in the crease. So it was perfect. Oh, can you believe that, baby?
Man, I'm glad you probably broke the Formoso curse.
Dude, I gotta tell you guys too, man. So, one of my passions is coming out here and hunting public ground. I love it and do it yourself on walk-in stuff. And man, Cody and I were talking, and we're just like, dude, we just gotta spend some time hunting together and stuff like that. And I was like, absolutely, man. This is his favorite farm. It's called the Formoso farm. He inherited it from his grandfather. It's his favorite farm. There's 20 million mature deer on it. It is kind of dumb how good it is, but he's like, we were talking last night at dinner, his mom Shelly made us an awesome dinner last night, and it was just like, it was nostalgic. I mean, just all these old times like it was when we first met, eating dinner and stuff, and it was unbelievable. He's sitting there, and we get back to his house, and he's like, dude, he's like, we're going to Formosa in the morning. I was like, sweet, it's gotta be good. And he's like, I'm filming you. And I'm like, stop. I was like, no way. And he's like, no. He's like, I'm gonna film you. He's like, you're gonna kill one. And I was like, dude, I can't hunt your best farm. And he's like, nope. He's like, I want you to shoot the biggest deer on it. And boys, we didn't necessarily get the biggest deer, but we killed the giant. I love you, man. Seriously, I love you, buddy.
Congratulations. I'm very proud of you, man.
Gosh, damn it,
Couldn't be more happy for you.
He's one of the biggest deer I've ever shot, man. I mean, he's really, really good, big, old, mature. I mean, just a giant. And what it means for me.
Your hands on him, you're gonna be like, oh my God.
And you know, Cody's one of my best friends in the world, and this is the first year we've hunted together in 4 years in the deer stand. And for him to be here with me, words can't even describe what it means. And for him to be as generous as he's been and let me, just put an unbelievable exclamation point behind my Kansas deer season has just been, I mean, we have struggled, dude. I mean, just the full moon and the heat and everything. It's high pressure, beautiful, clear morning. And I mean, it was on. And I promise you one thing, we will be right back here tonight because they are all over this place. All right, we're gonna go see if I can find my arrow over here. Just to kind of get an idea what it looks like. Like I said, it looks like it's one long liver, and then I'm sure the exit, when I saw the exit, it looked definitely like it was back in the guts or the paunch, so I'm sure there's probably all sorts of fun stuff on the arrow. We just gotta go find it. I couldn't see his head when I shot him because he was behind this tree, and that's why I was like running out of room. So I was like, he was a little bit quartering too, but I tucked it as close as I could. There's blood right here.
Oh, right there's your hair.
Yeah, it came out low with it. Yeah, it's got all sorts of fun stuff on it, but good blood color too, though. I mean, it's that light. There's definitely a decent amount of blood on it too. Blue clear film. I mean, we'll get him. He just needs time. That's the biggest thing. We're just gonna have to get him some time. But there's good, bright red blood. I mean, right here at the entry point.
That's a good sign. I like that there's blood
right away. Exactly. We're just gonna have to give him some time. I mean, he's dead. We saw the entry and exit both. Yeah. I mean, he's gonna die. We just gotta give him some time.
Oh, did it, brother. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. I couldn't have done it without you, dude. Seriously, Cody's generosity here, getting to come hunt, a farm that's his favorite farm, and he said, I want you to come shoot one, man. And, I don't find friends like that very often that let you come shoot a big giant 8-point on the ground.
I'm just as happy for you as if I shot him, man.
Oh, man.
All right, let's get at it.
Yeah, we're gonna give him some time. We'll come back and get him in a little bit. Look at there, boys. Right there in the creek.
Congratulations, buddy. I told you, Cody.
Right there in the creek, Ryan. Oh, man. Yes! Well, here he is. We watched him come into this draw right off the field edge this morning, and we're not 40 yards farther, and he was laying down by this creek. I mean, just unbelievable. Absolutely a dream morning this morning. We came in, Cody and I were actually eating dinner last night, and this is his best farm. I mean, it's the Formosa farm one of the farms he inherited from his grandfather. He's been managing it for a long time and working hard on it. And he said, hey, we're going to go to Formosa in the morning. And I was like, awesome. They got to break loose from being locked down any day now. I'll film you kill a giant. And he's like, nope, I'm filming you. So I was like, you got to be kidding me, man. We got to have a great hunt. I'm going to film you kill a giant. He's like, nope, I insist. I'm going to film you. So, and it didn't disappoint. I mean, it was a morning of dreams. Just there was mature bucks everywhere. We saw 3 different mature bucks. We were turning 360s in the tree, trying to film the deer and get on them. And I mean, it was chaos. It was chaos, absolute chaos. But I mean, obviously worked out for the best. He came in at 12 yards, my biggest buck with a bow, and just an absolute stud. You know, we kind of have a little joke about this farm.
I've said it several times in interviews this year. It's a curse. No one has ever killed a deer with a bow on this farm, and there's always, no kidding, 5 to 6 mature big deer on this farm every year, and it's very hard to hunt. My grandpa killed an awesome 170-inch deer with a gun several years ago. I've actually wounded 2 bucks here with a bow. No one's ever actually killed them, and Mr. Gilstrom broke the curse today. So
came in at 12 yards and made history on the Formosa farm. So
exactly.
It's just been an absolute, just been an awesome time. I mean, sharing the stand this morning with one of my best friends in the world, and all of us here, good friend Ryan behind the camera here, the whole team's here. I mean, just having a day people dream about. I mean, and a big mature buck to show for it. So finally get to go home with a great deer, and you know, this kind of been a crazy season with the temperatures and just everything just being crazy with the full moon, but it broke loose tonight, and man, God bless us with an awesome morning this morning.
Yes, he
so
did.
Couldn't be happier. I mean, just an incredible big mature buck.
Yes, he did. Thank you. Awesome. Congrats, buddy.
Thank you, man.
Let's get him out of here.
Yeah. Lovely starshine lights my way to bed. Magic rainbows glisten in my head. Just like a child, I live in Wonderland. All my dreams are coming true.